And here with Uglyman Joe, man, Joseph Holmes, man. How you feeling right now, bro?
Good, brother. Yeah, I'm at home. You've made the trip to me. It's very comfortable for me, and yeah, I feel great, brother. Fight week.
Man, I appreciate making some time for me. I know you're busy. Finna head out, man. You got a fight coming up, not just any fight. You UFC debut finally. It's been a long time coming for you. What's it like now that you finally made it and you're fixing to make your debut? Is just another fight, or is just another day in office for you?
It's not just another fight. I mean, it's probably the biggest fight of my life, biggest moment of my life, probably. This fight kind of depicts my future, so it's a very big deal. I've treated it as such. I'm excited to just show everyone what I've been doing. I obviously got with a new coach, so that's affected a lot with how I fight and train for a fight. So I'm excited to show everyone, and I'm excited to be where I am now.
I'm excited for everyone to finally get to see you. I mean, we've been watching you for a long time now.
Yeah.
You had 5 fights in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a Muay Thai bout. You got to audition in front of Dana twice. What was that like? The first time you won, and what were the nerves like? Waiting in the back room. Seeing if you got that contract.
Oh, man, I guess knowing Dana was there, it made everything a lot more like, I don't know, like uptight. Like, oh, Dana's watching, so you gotta get to work right away. And, a lot of people have this skepticism thinking that, like, because Dana's watching, he wants you to, bite down your mouthpiece and just, go for broke and throw all your biggest punches. And I mean, that thought crossed my mind. That's just not really how I operate, though. So, I just kept on telling myself, just, do what you always do. You're better, or I'm better, is what I was telling myself. And, I showed it that night.
Yeah, you did. You won. You didn't get the contract, but a few weeks later, you get to fight in front of him again at Fury 53 for looking for a fight, and this time you won spectacular again, and you get the contract, man. What goes through your head this time?
Oh, now it's just like, okay, now there's no question. Even if I had won all 3 rounds and the judges decided, hey, you win, there would still be no question. Like, I get my contract. So when I won that second fight, it was just like, whoopee! But, give me my contract, let me go eat and relax with the fam. Like, it was all just like, okay, now things are starting,
Yeah, because it's a journey to get there,
Mm-hmm.
but now the second half of your journey is gonna start because now
Yeah.
you're fighting the top guys in the country, man, and
Mm-hmm.
they no easy fights, man. Your first fight's gonna be Jamie Pickett, man. He's a tough guy. How do you feel you match up with him?
I feel I match up great. I feel he ain't got shit on me. No, no, I've been training really hard. I feel like I would get ready for any type of fighter. He brings the type of style that I have been wanting to face, and I'm really happy that I'm facing it now. Early in the UFC, he's like a tough brawler type of style. So he's gonna bring it. He's gonna throw some punches. He's gonna, look to close the distance and things like that. So I think that'll look really fun, especially for if you're a fan watching the fight we're about to have. It's gonna definitely be fun.
You're gonna get introduced to the fans, and so they already know him, and they're gonna expect him, like you said. He comes forward, but you face guys like that, and
Yeah.
and you've made them look amateurish. No disrespect to them, but I mean, you've been there before, man. I think it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for people to finally see what we've been seeing, this whole time, man. Um, what keeps you busy when you're not training? What keeps you focused? I know you got some gaming channel. We'll get into that. But what keeps you grounded, man?
I guess I would just like training is huge for me. Like when I'm able to make my trip to Kansas City, for example, like it's not the same. I don't have my games and stuff in Kansas City, so it's really just like meditation kind of for a week or however long I'm there. I was there for 3 weeks this last camp, so just every moment I'm there is just kind of just like reset on my brain, just like back to the roots. Like just go train, go rest, train, rest. And when I'm here, I see a lot of people that know me, and Um, so, I got to kind of like socialize a little bit more here. I don't really have to have a lot of outside socializing, when I'm in Kansas City because it's not home, so. Um, yeah, I mean, just definitely like just being able to just like relax and like focus on training and train and just rest, eat good. My woman will cook me great meals and just eat good and just get ready for the training the next day.
You feel a little pressure now that you've made it to the UFC to perform, and then obviously, your fan base and family. You feel like now you gotta be greedy with your time because now it's time to focus. You really don't have too much time to 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 socialize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, like, I still can socialize with everyone. That's not really what I'm trying to say. It's just more so like, I can't like get caught socializing with, just like just one person for a long time just because a lot of people now want, that moment with me and I want to give it to every person, but sometimes that moment can last longer and stuff like that. So I do feel like, a little out of pressure to like get to everyone, because I don't want to be a jerk, or that asshole didn't make time for the one person, but I do have to like focus on my craft and keep my head right, and sometimes that can be overwhelming, and you can't just stop and tell every single person that comes up after you feel overwhelmed, like, hey, I feel overwhelmed, give me a minute, so you kind of just have to like separate and restart. So.
Man, I feel you. Man, speaking of training, man, you've been with Coach Anthony for a long time, man. How did you hook up with James Krause?
It was once I was with Iridium Sports for about 4 or 5 months. I seen James was part of that team. And one day I just reached out like, man, I would love to go train with James. I've always been a fan. Jason's like, oh yeah, man, just reach out to him on Instagram. I'm sure he'd be glad to have you, and I did. And he was super happy to hear from me and for me to actually show up. He told me about some past guys who would reach out wanting to come and never end up coming, and it was good that like I came the first time I said I was gonna come. So we hit it off like really tight, real quick. James is an awesome dude, and I just got lucky, I guess, that he was building his team the way he is, that I could just fit into his team the way I did.
Knowing James Krause, man, history, and then the fighters that he's got at his gym, was it a little intimidating going over there at first, or no?
Nah, not intimidating. It was like where I need to be, especially when I got over there and I'm getting smashed by James and getting taught all these lessons from all the guys. It was where I needed to be. Like now, you kind of get that anxiety going to training. Like training is going to be hard today, but nah, not intimidating at all. Especially having Julian Marquez there. He's a UFC middleweight, so I wanted to see how I'd match up with him. I wanted to see.
Oh, you're going to get some work with him.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have got to see, like, where my level's at. It's made me way more confident.
And has both coaches being on the same page, has that helped tremendously? Because you know how some coaches have egos, but see, Anthony's not like that, and James don't seem like that. So it looks like, you get the best of both worlds.
Since we brought James on, Professor's been super happy. Like, even after we've had 3 fights with him, I think 3 or 4 fights with him now. So after every fight, he's come to me and he's like, man, I'm just so happy that we got James on. Like, he'll say something, he'll look to me, be like, is that good? He's always like checking back with me, and I'm just really happy that my coach has the backup I felt he needed, at least for me. Because I'm kind of the backup he needs for the rest of our guys. So
yeah,
it's amazing to have Krause kind of give me that MMA, experience, advice, and then my head coach giving me that, like, I know how you work, Joe. It'll be better if you do it like this type of advice.
Yeah, because obviously the next step is you're going to be leading your team. Guys are going to be already looking up to you. You're going to be leading the way for your guys to make it up, man. You ever thought about that? Being you're going to be a role model. I mean, you already are. I know a lot of the little kids in your jiu-jitsu class that you teach. They look up to you, man. Quick story: I was getting cut up, and the barber, he my son told him what I do, and he was like, "Hey, you know Uglyman Joe?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And it's funny. He says I forgot what their names were, but he says his nephew nieces, they go to they go to SFS.
For real?
So and that was funny that the first guy he said was your name, man. So
That's crazy.
yeah. So and I mean, your name's out there, man. How does that feel, man? That your hard work is showing, and people are starting to recognize you for it.
Well, I guess like after one of my recent fights when I got really sick during my camp and had to keep working through it, like nobody was gonna be like, "Whoa, hope you feel better. We'll let you cut 10 less pounds because you're sick." Like it wasn't nothing like that. So I had to fight through it, and that kind of just like showed me like I can appreciate everybody like showing me props for what I've went through to get to where I am, just because I've really went through a lot. And I feel like I deserve everyone to be like, good job, keep going. Like I feel like I deserve that, so I appreciate it. It feels amazing. And a kid today actually, it was his first day at the gym. Maybe not his first day, like first couple days, and asked me a question. He got to the gym early, and I was just sitting there before training. I kind of just like sit there. I'm just thinking about, my mission, my goal of training, and I just kind of breathe and just meditate kind of. But this kid, he stopped me, like, "Hey, I'm here early, I'm new, what are you supposed to do if you're here early?" And I'm just like, "I mean, there's a workout room you can go and stretch out, the restrooms are around there, rinse your face off and get rid of the anxiety or whatever." And he was just like, "Okay, thanks a lot, man. Oh, hey," he's like, "You inspire me." I was like, "Sorry," I really didn't hear him at first. I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, he was like, "You inspire me. You're the reason I'm here." And I was just like, "Oh, well, that's really nice of you to say. Like, thanks."
Yeah, man, it's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your gaming channel, man. How did you get into that?
I've always wanted to stream. When I was like, when I would watch Stone Mountain stream Call of Duty before it was ever an option for me to stream, I would just always wish I could be doing that, like sitting there just, gaming and doing good because I'm decent at the game, and like have people watching me and like saying, "What's up, Joe?" Like commenting when I have a good moment. Like I've always wanted that, so I tried to for a while with Twitch years ago, and it didn't work out for me. Like I just couldn't get it going. Couldn't get people, to follow the channel and to stop by and stuff. But I got with Facebook recently, and a lot of people are really close with me on Facebook, so it's helped out a lot. And I've had a bunch of people stop by. It's Uglyman Joe Gaming, but I've had a bunch of people show love and follow my channel, so I'm having a lot of fun with it now. It's very new still, but it's amazing just to have people stop by and like show love and like send stars and people who I may have not talked to in years. Like it's just amazing, like that they can just stop by and like just give me love, even if it's for like 4 seconds. Like stop in for a second. It's just great. So
Yeah, and they're from all over. It ain't just from
all over the world, not even just the country. Like I have a brother and sister that lives in Germany, so when they stop in, like they don't speak great English, but they could stop in and give me love from Germany, and that's crazy.
Man, that's crazy, man. Do you sometimes feel like this is the right time for you to get into the FC? I know sometimes fighters they feel like they want to get there earlier, but for you it just worked out. I mean, you did the Contender Series, and then you got another shot, and then now you're here, man. Now you got to put in some work for real.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was amateur, I knew I was going to get to the UFC. I was trying to act like it was already like planned, like as an amateur fighter, not getting paid to fight. I was like, promoting myself. I was like spending my own money on shirts. Like I was doing all these things I would do like now, that I'm in the UFC. And it's all just because like this is where I'm supposed to be. And yeah, I feel like I got here at the perfect time. I didn't like force it. I wasn't like telling everybody I need to be here, I need to be here. Like people were telling me you're supposed to be there, and people are like, "Yeah, just win." Dana was like, "Just win and you're under contract." And I went in there and I won first round, got kicked in the nuts, still went out there and smack dude, in the first round. So, yeah, I think I definitely deserve to be here. It's gonna prove it with this fight if it didn't already prove it, because this guy beat the guy I just beat. So when I smack him, like it'll be way more validated that I'm supposed to be here.
So you've accomplished that one goal already, getting to the UFC. Have you set any new goals?
Yeah, I mean, I want to have a busy year. I want busy meaning 4 or more for me. And then, yeah, I mean, I just want to get to the title. I think I can win against Israel Adesanya, especially after, training, UFC training, being able to have access to all these UFC fighters to train with now. I think I could definitely beat Israel Adesanya and get a title.
Man, I think there's so many. Before, all the UFC champions, they were already set in stone. Now, with this past year, it's like a bunch of new guys, and they're not new. It's just their second chances. You know what I mean? Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, he's with Iridium Sports too.
Yeah. Look at Jessica Pena. Nobody gave her a chance.
I didn't even think she had a chance at all.
And I can't think of what's his name, the heavyweight guy.
Cyril Gane.
No, not him. The older one.
Francis.
No.
What's
his name?
Glover Texier.
Yeah, Glover, man. I mean,
I met him too. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes are, man. A lot of you guys are. Some of the guys mean in the ring, but I mean, I know a lot of you guys, and y'all down to earth and stuff. So you're gonna be heading out to fight UFC Vegas 32. Mm-hmm. What emotions you think you're gonna come across, or is it just gonna be easy, just a different venue, different promotion?
No, I think I'll feel a lot of pride. I think I'll feel a lot of anxiety, obviously. Not just to win the fight. That's literally the fight's already won. Once I go make weight, that's winning the fight, because I didn't make weight to lose a fight. But just to be myself, and just give everyone all of me, because you can get shy in there and hold back some and not express your full self, and you only got a minute to do it.
It's a whole week of stuff, man. You got media, you got to do the weigh-ins.
Yeah, all that. So you only got one chance to be the best version of yourself, and that brings a lot of anxiety. So I think I feel a lot of anxiety and, just happy, just genuinely happy about where my life is and all the eyes being on me. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, you deserve it, man. You've put in the work. Now it's time to go out there and show the mats, because the mats don't lie.
Yeah.
The cage doesn't lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Is once you get in there, it's gonna tell whether you've been putting in the work or not, man. You said you're already gonna win the fight. Any predictions?
Yeah, I think I got it first round. I think I can take him out first round. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, in every fight, you want to win it. You want to win it first round. So that's my goal, and I think I could do that as well.
You thinking about calling anyone out, or you just want to whoever they put in front of you?
Maybe. There's definitely a jerk I got my eye on.
Oh, all right.
He doesn't deserve any of my publicity right now. So, but just stay tuned. I definitely plan to get to the top on the path that was paved for me. So,
hey man, Joseph, any shout outs you want to give out to family, friends, sponsors?
Shout out to Texas MMA Roundup. You guys are awesome. And then my management, Iridium Sports. They've been incredible. If you're a professional athlete with a winning record and looking for management, Iridium Sports is definitely the way to go. And then if you're around Dallas area, get your haircut from Modern Image. They get you right. They make sure you look good. So that's it.
Hey, Joseph, man, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you this weekend. You're going to be fighting at UFC Vegas 32, UFC Fight Night, man. Joseph Holmes, a.k.a. Uglyman Joe, man. Best of luck to you, brother.
Thank you so much, bro.